Hi, welcome back to another video. And today I'll be talking about this competitive house race in Ohio that is starting to become nationalized, and it's starting to gain a lot of attention around the country. Now, this is the 7th district of Ohio. If you're watching this, you probably already know who Max Miller is, but if you do not, Max Miller is the current Republican representative in the 7th district of Ohio who is facing very serious allegations of abusing his wife and his daughter. Now, when I do bring up these allegations, obviously I'm going to say allegedly because he hasn't been charged or prosecuted or anything like that. However, what has happened is he has faced several calls to drop out of the race by his fellow Republicans and, of course, Democrats. And he has refused to do so. He is staying in this race, and he's staying in it, and he's confident. According to him, he is confident that he is going to be winning this race. Now, now because of that, he did an interview on CNN. He did a Twitter live stream where he basically said he's innocent and that he's done nothing wrong and that he's staying in this race no matter what happens. He even said that even if Trump told him to drop out of the race or resign from Congress, he wouldn't do so. So, whatever happens, Max Miller is not dropping out of this race. There was a deadline, which was yesterday of August 5th, 2026, was the deadline for him to drop out, and the Republicans would be able to replace him as the Republican nominee in the 7th Congressional District of Ohio. And now it is August 6th, 2026. So obviously that data is come and gone, and now Republicans are basically stuck with him. It is important to note that there is also a date where he can resign from, which is in 4 days from now, August 10th, 2026. And in my personal opinion, I don't think he's going to resign before August 10th, 2026. I don't think he's going to resign at all. He's probably going to stay in the race, and this House race will continue to be continue to receive the national attention it already has. But there are some things here, information that I've seen within the past 48 hours, which is insane. So Ohio voters already, because of these very serious allegations, Ohio voters reconsider Republican Max Miller amid domestic abuse allegations. Voters in the red district are concerned with Congressman's alleged behavior and political future ahead of the midterms. So yeah, we're already seeing his fellow constituents really feel concerned about the allegations with Max Miller and how he's really handling this. There's a lot of things to go through with this article, and then I also have some polling information on how this is all playing out. David Gariff was a registered Republican for years, but on Sunday evening he watched the Ohio Congressman Max Miller stumble through an 18-minute statement in which the lawmaker attempted to defend himself against allegations of domestic abuse against his ex-wife and infant child. What Griffin saw and heard, he said, was a person that bore no resemblance to the Republican Party he once supported. Quote, what I saw was a person who needs help, unquote, said Griffin, seated at a bench in Community Park in Worcester, a quiet town of 26,000 people situated at the southern end of the Brigadier Miller's congressional district. Though he has been critical of Donald Trump for years, last May, Griffin ended his formal affiliation with the Republican Party at this midterm election and voting a straight Democratic ticket. He said, I've never done that before. So, yeah, again, this is why I do think Democrats will perform very, very well within these midterm years, unless something like, what happened to Republicans in 2022 with Roe v. Wade. But at this point, I think it's too late at this point. Like, we're in August and there are 3 months left. And so far, President Trump has a horrible approval rating. He has a like -20 approval rating. Republicans in the House only have like they need to protect 3 seats or else it's over. And yeah, it seems pretty bad for Republicans so far. And yeah, what we're seeing here are voters, being very uncomfortable with what Max Miller is accused of doing, and probably isn't going to go well. Now, I think that's all. Yeah, okay, so it just talks about the alligators. So, there's also some very interesting information and data here. I saw this on Twitter, Vote Hub Democrats are now favored to flip the Ohio 7th District. Originally Tilt R, now Tilt T. Win probability. Brian Poindexter, 56%, plus 36 points. Max Miller, the incumbent, 44%, negative 36, and it was a Trump 11 district. Now this shift is with July 18th. Now look at this. Absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane. Max Miller, before these allegations, were hovering a little bit below 80%. He'd go back up. Poindexter was at 20. And now, after these allegations came out, look at this. Look at Max Miller completely crumble in his polling lead, and Poindexter just surge in these polling. Um, if this continues, which it absolutely will, I think that Poindexter probably has this race in the bag. Like Max Miller has already made it clear that he's not dropping out of the race. He wants to stay as Republican nominee. He doesn't want to cave to any of the media or anything like that. He's gonna stay in this race, and because of that, Poindexter is gonna win this race. Like I, 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 I think it's a done deal at this point, and I think that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, it is absolutely crazy. It is, yeah, and this is a Trump 11 district. This is a Trump 11 district. This is this is horrible for the GOP and the House Republicans. Again, Mike Johnson has can only afford to lose 3 Republican seats, and if he does, it's over. And Hakeem Jeffries is the next Speaker of the House, which it seems completely possible, absolutely possible, come November. And I fully expect Hakeem Jeffries to become House Speaker in 2027. I see no possible way that doesn't happen at this point. Again, things can always change, something can happen, but at this point, it seems a done deal at this point. So, now I'm gonna go over here to Vote Hub because they also have some pretty good stuff, especially about the Ohio 7th House District election. Democrats are now favored to flip Ohio '07 as the allegation of domestic abuse against Representative Max Miller draw increasing scrutiny, and multiple Republican senators call on him to end his reelection campaign. This change reflects the reclassification of Miller's scandal from Tier 1 to Tier 2 in the model. So, yeah, we are seeing here an absolute flip within this House race. It is really really bad for the GOP, and I think that when we continue to get information like this, I think it's only going to add pressure for Max Miller to drop out of the race. More Republican colleagues will probably become more motivated to try and push him out, and I don't think it's going to work. I think that Max Miller will probably stay in. Max Miller will get more defiant, he'll get more aggressive, and he probably will remain as the nominee. And come November, uh, Poindexter will probably win this race. Something that would not have happened like 3 months ago. He was not. He wasn't even close to coming to winning 3 months ago. It was a done deal that Max Muller would have won this race before the allegations, and now the allegations came out, and it's not looking so good for him. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, and I think it's guaranteed at this point that Democrats are probably going to flip this race. It's going to be an auto flip for the Democrats, and yeah, it's not good for the Republicans that they're really struggling here to come out and try and push out one of their own who are being accused of horrible things. And yeah, it looks like a done deal for the Democrats here. So yeah, yeah. I believe that's all the information so far I've seen. But yeah, it looks really bad for Republicans. It looks really bad for Max Miller. It'll be very interesting to see how this House race plays out, but I fully expect Poindexter to win this race, especially um, if Max Miller isn't forced out of Congress or this race, which seems very likely at this point. So yeah, it just looks really really bad for the GOP, and I still fully expect Poindexter to win this race. But yeah, that's all the information I have for you guys right now. um yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, that's all the information I have for you guys right now. Any information or data that comes out, I will update you guys on, but so far this is pretty much all we had. I saw this yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, this is only the information I have, and we'll see if anything else comes out on it, if any debates take place. Again, this is one house district out of over like 400, and yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in next video. Bye.